Hey folks, this is Erik, just here talking about one of the practice areas that our firm works on, and that's nursing home neglect cases. These cases are very common. As you probably realize, our population is getting older, and with that, they need places to go and receive care when they need it, and that's become nursing homes. And so as you can imagine, we get a lot of calls about nursing home neglect. I equate neglect with negligence. Just keep that in mind as we go through this. Neglect equals negligence to me. It may not mean the same thing out there in the real world. So these cases are really unique, and I want to talk a little bit how to spot a case that involves negligence in a nursing home. What we see a lot of are bed sores, falls happen very, very often. We have prescription errors or given the wrong medication. Dehydration is a big thing that we see also. So how do these things happen? Well, primarily these nursing homes are frequently understaffed. So they're understaffed by people who are required to care and treat for a number of people. Some of them are somewhat ill, some of them are very, very ill. And it's hard to give all these people in a nursing home the adequate attention that they need given their specific illness. Then you already have an elderly population that's in there that needs very specific care. So they're understaffed, maybe they're undertrained, or maybe they just don't have the opportunity to deliver the care that they need to. So what we see is people who aren't turned as frequently as they need to be. If someone's laying in a bed constantly and not moving around, those sores will develop. And if they're not caught pretty soon and there's not an intervention very quickly, it could just be turning more frequently. It could be getting people up and moving. It could be putting different pads, changing the mattresses, those types of things. If that doesn't happen and the sore progresses, it gets very, very bad. That's one way. Dehydration. Oftentimes when you have elderly people, getting them to eat or drink is complicated. So you need to make sure that someone there is monitoring the intake, what they actually eat and what they actually drink, and always having something available for them to drink, because older people just tend not to pay attention to it. And once that happens, it just is out of mind, and something happens and they just get to a point where they're dehydrated. And once that happens, there's a lot of health conditions that can kick in. So that's one of those things that you need to be on alert for too. Falls. These people, again, are older population. They have difficulty ambulating sometimes. So you combine difficulty moving around with older bones, and when someone falls, it can be very, very serious. Often see fractured hips, fractured leg bones, something to that effect. While it can be treated, and it often is, if a person is unable to ambulate or actually move for long periods of time, that starts a problem where if they're not moving, things kick in with their system and they start to decrease in their ability to stay alive. I've seen some pretty bad results happen from a fall where there's a broken hip that's surgically repaired, but still the person doesn't recover and ultimately passes away. So again, very important that we're monitoring these people when they need to get up and move around. There's support. We're helping them up. We're helping them get back in the bed or back into the wheelchair, and those types of things. Last one I mentioned was medication errors. We see that frequently. These elderly folks, they have a lot of medications. And so as you can imagine, if you've got 2 people to a room and you've got about 50 to 100 people in a nursing home, those things can get very tricky if someone's taking 3, 4, 5 different medications. Sometimes these folks are on as many as 10 or 15 medications. So making sure they get the right medication every day is challenging sometimes. And if you're understaffed or you're too busy and you got too many things you got to take care of, that's one of the things that sometimes falls through the cracks. So those are some of the high points that we see in nursing home cases, especially involving negligence or neglect. If you've got an aging parent or aging family members or friends, what I would suggest is visit them frequently. Not only is it good for the person who's in the nursing home, it's good for the family to monitor how well the nursing home is taking care of that specific individual. If you don't like the care that's being delivered, I would encourage you to look around and see if there's someplace else that would be a better fit for your loved one. I hope this helps. Please subscribe and we'll keep going. Thank you.